It's an orange juice.
What's up everyone, it's OJ. We have some balance changes coming out. We've got the EBARBS getting a big 18% buff in their damage. The swings will feel more meaningful. To counter this and to create a bit more of a rework, they're decreasing their hit speed by 13%. Overall, this will help take out medium-sized units and big tanks more efficiently since they'll deal slightly more damage. A few interactions do change on the medium units. The logic behind this is that it's going to be easier to counter with swarms, but it's going to be better for countering wizards and stuff like that cross your bridge. With their newfound damage boost, they'll basically kill things in one less swing in almost every single unit. One of the more significant interactions is that it will now take 6 swings instead of 7 swings to kill Valkyrie. There are 2 of them, so that means that's 3 swings each Barbarian. The Valkyrie may splash, but she is no match for 2 Elite Barbarians that can kill her in even swings now. The Prince now also dies in 6 swings instead of 7. Not too significant, but with 3 swings from both of the Barbarians, that's not a bad deal. Although the Prince always wrecked the EBARB, so maybe this isn't so significant. 6 total swings to take out a bowler now. Does this make him less good against EBARBs? Possibly, but it's situational. But needing the 7th swing was always critical for his survival if he just had a little bit of health. A very significant interaction is that the Ice Wizard dies in 2 swings instead of 3 swings. This is huge. They no longer have to wait for the 3rd swing before taking out the Ice Wizard, rush into the Princess to do EBARB things. Rushing. Dark Prince and Lumberjack now die in 4 hits instead of 5 hits. These even multiples of attacks are awesome. That's 2 swings for both Barbarians, and the Lumberjack is toast. The duos will now be able to 2-swing a wizard rather than 3-swing. This interaction again is huge like the Ice Wizard because the duos can move forward after the first wave of swings rather than both Barbarians being stalled by the 3rd swing. This will also work against the Musketeer and the Electro Wizard. Same interaction, 1 swing from both Barbarians and they're on the way to the Princess Tower to do EBARB things. With that being said, they will be slower to swing. This means swarms will be able to overwhelm them more easily now. So definitely have spells ready to get rid of those swarmy cards. Although they swing slower, their damage went up. So their overall damage per second is 4% higher. They had 169 DPS, they'll now have 177 DPS. Even if they swing slower, the swings are more stronger. The Rascal Boy is getting a massive 13% hit speed reduction, so he'll be less of a threat when the girls are gone. He'll get 1 less hit on the tower. That 13% sounds brutal, but left alone, a Rascal Boy that's being hurt by a log waddling to the tower, he's still gonna deal 550 damage to the Princess Tower left ignored. This is still a ridiculous amount of damage and still not something that you want to ignore despite its 13% hit speed reduction. This is also a 13% reduction in its total damage per second, but interactions will remain the same since its total damage is still the same. Arrows are going to be 37% faster now, so they're going to be a good alternative for the fast speeds of Zap, Snowball, and Fireball. It may not sound like much of a difference, but a side-by-side comparison really shows you how much more effective this is and allows you to react to hordes on your Hog Rider much better. Barbarian Barrel is getting yet another nerf again. They've been buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed too much. So it's one of the best spells in the game, and nerfing the speed of the Barbarian, the speed of the barrel, and even the health of the Barbarian was not enough, so they are touching its damage now. The barrel will deal 10% less damage. At tournament standard, it used to deal 243 damage. Now it's going to deal 219 damage. This will still take out all the typical swarms like goblins and skeletons. It will still kill dark goblins and princess, so no interactions change at tournament standard. But we're talking about tournament standard here. If you're playing on ladder, a +1 princess, a +1 dark goblin, a +1 rascal girls, they will survive the Barbarian Barrel now. This is the true nerf to this card. On ladder, if your Barbarian Barrel isn't maxed, you're gonna feel it. There are also some changes coming to the trophy road. Earthquake will be added to Jungle Arena with the Dark Goblin, and the Goblin Cage will be added to Spooky Road sometime in the future. Earthquake will also be included in draft games. It'll be interesting to see players start to use Earthquake. It'll show up in Clan War Collection as well, so we'll be able to start building Earthquake decks in War if we need to. Clan trophy requirements have been updated to match the new 7,000 trophy road milestone. The max limit was 6,400, now they're being upped. Makes sense with the inflation. Another change that we'll be seeing after the Monday balance update is that we'll see new classic decks in the war rotation. There will be 6 different sets for the month of June and possibly another 6 sets in the month of July. One of the decks that we're going to be seeing is going to be 3 Musketeer Giant deck. It's going to have Bats, 3 Musketeers Giant, Goblin Gang, Minion Horde, Elixir Collector, Battle Ram, and Zap. This is going to be an interesting one because it's Fireball bait. You have the Minions, you have the Elixir Collector, and you have the 3M. So you want to bait out the Fireball with this deck. And of course, they're bringing back the classic log bait. The one that started supported everything, kind of. You got the Goblin Barrel, the Goblin Gang, Ice Spirit, Inferno Tower, Log, Princess, Knight, and the Rocket. Classic. It's always worked. And we're gonna be seeing Yao Yao's deck into this.
Take 400 or 500 damage.
There's gonna be the bridge spam variation with Dark Prince, Battle Ram, Bandit, P.E.K.K.A, Minion, Zap, Poison, and Electro Wizard. This one's gonna be kind of cool to see in the classic rotation. It's very versatile and bridge spam always works. My favorite deck is the Royal Giant Lightning Control. This one is ridiculously overpowered. It's good in 2v2. It's good in 1v1. It's good on ladder if you have them maxed out. It's a really versatile card. The biggest thing about this deck is the synergies. You want to put down the Furnace first before you attack with the Royal Giant. That way they can't put down goblins. They can't put down minions to defend against your Royal Giant because the fire spirits that trickle out of the furnace are going to take it out. And those are the two big synergies. And then you got the lightning to clear the path so that the Royal Giant just connects to the Princess Tower. There's another Golem variation that we're going to see into the rotation of the classic challenges. It's going to be with Golem, Lumberjack, Night Witch, Baby Dragon, Mega Minion, Zap, Tornado, and Lightning. Triple spell. Tornado is going to synergize with the Baby Dragon. And then of course, Lumberjack, Night Witch, Baby Dragon, Golem, they go hand in hand. That is such a versatile pair. You put a Golem down, you put a Night Witch behind, and then you 3-crown them and win. Easy as 1, 2, 3. The last deck that's going to be really cool and really fun is the Hog Nato. You've got the Hog Rider, Valkyrie, Ice Spirit, Goblins, Executioner, Log, Tornado, and the Rocket. The cool thing about this one is the Executioner and the Tornado, nothing gets through. You've got the Hog Rider to rush the tower. You've got Rocket Cycle if you absolutely need to, and then you have Executioner. He's impenetrable. You've got Log and Tornado to take care of Log Bait. That's going to be really, really huge. If you have this deck and you're matching up against the classic Log Bait deck, you're going to want to make sure to use the Tornado as soon as you can to activate the tower when they Goblin Barrel you. There's a few different things in here too as well. This is a balloon deck. It works really well. There's a lot of good synergies in here. Now, why are we talking about this deck? Because balloons the win condition, more like EBARBS are the win condition. So we've got the 4 balance cards in this deck right now, and it's gonna work. It's gonna synergize kind of well. I don't know about EBARBS, but let's try this before the balance update hits and see how it goes. Maybe this is gonna be the golden deck. We got these 4 cards are going to be balanced out. Barbarian Barrel is going to be weaker. Arrows are going to be faster. Rascals are going to be weaker. Wait, Rascals and Barbarian Barrel is going to be weaker. It's going to be even worse. Unless the EBARBs change dramatically. Here's the difference. I've got max EBARBs on my account. This is going to be beautiful. We're going to be using EBARBs the last time. I haven't touched EBARBs in 2 years. Split the Rascals. Oh, should I split the EBARBs? Okay, this Musketeer. I'm gonna be able to take it out in a few shots. Maybe I'll split the Barbarians down there. Bypass the Rascal Girl. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Both EBARBs still connect to the tower. EBARB rushed. It worked. Look at that. Barbarian Barrel +2 didn't take it out in this update here. +2 didn't take it out, and it's gonna +1's not gonna take it out anymore. That's gonna be a huge interaction change. This deck works, I'm telling you guys. Oh yes, I didn't even bridge spam the EBARBs and I got it. This is so nice. I feel confident that this is ladder and his Barbarian Barrel's not that shiny right now. Let's go for the Log on there. Maybe we'll go for the arrows. Oh, beautiful. Let's do an Ice Golem. Oh my goodness. Barbarian Barrel doesn't take them out yet. Not in one hit, at least. My Miner's still alive. I definitely need to do something with that that Bandit there. Oh, Ramrad is gonna connect. He's gonna deal some damage, but that's okay. I could just rush him with the EBARBs. With the new rework of the EBARBs though, because they're gonna attack a little bit slower, it's not gonna be so good to bridge spam them. It's gonna be better to use them defensively since they're gonna be able to 2-shot wizards now. Wizards, Ice Wizards, Electro Wizards, you name it. 2 shots or 6 shots, no longer multiples of 3. I'm bridge spamming. I'm doing it. I did it. Let's take out that Barbarian. All right. We gotta show that Barbarian who's boss. Oh yeah. Rascal Boy's a little bit faster right now. Is this an interaction? Oh, Barbarian EBARBs are back. The update hasn't even come out yet, and the EBARBs are back. I love it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a deck that I'm having fun with, and obviously, we can't really see the potential of it. You probably don't want to run Barbarian Barrel right off the bat unless it's in a really good deck that you have. It's going to be a very strong nerf to the Barbarian Barrel. For the EBARBS though, I'm going to be super interested to see how you're going to be able to use this, especially that it has a higher defensive value now. The fact that they both one swing in a wizard and they can just go on their way. That's going to be a huge interaction change for that. So EBARBS might actually be viable now. They're going to be less bridge spammy and more strategy-ish. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more quality OG.